I've always found dating apps a little bit embarrassing, and also Valerie knows this about me. I watch true crime to sleep.
Okay.
I watch
Too much true crime.
I watch a lot of true crime. I feel like if I go to America, they can't really kidnap me. I can't die there by the special grace of God. God's covering, but also all the skills I've acquired. Period.
I'm your human clapperboard.
Thank you very much. Guys!
Yeah.
Hi!
Why did you scream like that?
Why can't I scream?
No, I'm just wondering
They
why
said I'm the shouter amongst us now. I'm the town crier.
I love how you've transitioned from being the quiet, the chill. Why isn't Tommy talking to Valerie? Tommy is out talking you on the podcast.
Do you know what it is? Once you've been dragged a couple of times, like the first 2 or 3 times, it will pain you small. But after that, what can you really say? Nothing. So, dragging never kill anybody I know.
I know. So today is a very exciting episode.
We have one of our faves.
I know that, I kind of say that every time, but I feel like we only bring people that we actually really like on the podcast. Shade, no shade. Shade, but no shade.
No, for me, it's shade.
But I don't want to make the introduction about me, so let me introduce her first. We have Gbemi O-O in the studio with us today. If you don't know who Gbemi is, I can't really help you.
I can't ever.
Maybe you've been living under a rock for the last God. Yes. But Gbemi has been I feel like, so now let me make it about me. Gbemi was one of the first people that I saw do radio that made me want to do radio. Yes, you,
so cute. Yeah.
You, Dan Foster, that era, and Tools as well. 3 of you were 3 people that I actually genuinely really looked up to.
And to Dan.
Yes, and I can never forget hearing you saying, "I'm Gbemi Olateri Olagbegi." I can never
They made me stop that, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. They just said, "Oh, nice, don't do it." I was
really? I can never actually forget hearing you say that. At the end of everything, it's me. And then when you started doing drive time with Tools, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was.
And I feel like you guys were honestly one of the first people to really show that you can really be friends in this media industry and grow together with no weird animosity or whatever. So I really do admire your journey and everything you've done, and with TNC as well.
Oh Lord. My dear, I'm hustling.
Yeah. So tell us, how have you been? Catch up. Let's catch up with you.
Surviving. Have you seen the cost of living in this country, in this state, in this city?
Let's talk. Should we talk about rent? Oh my God, have you been seeing what's happening?
Tweet?
No, I didn't see
it.
What was your tweet?
I tweeted something last week and it went everywhere, and I was like, so you people are okay with the rent costs in Lagos, right? People are okay. And the people started coming out, no, I'm not. They doubled my rent, they tripled my rent, they quadrupled my rent. How can you be living somewhere and you're paying 1.5 M and then the landlord comes to tell you, so yeah, your next rent cycle is going to be 4.5.
How?
And so that is happening. You're going to the market or supermarket, wherever you shop, prices of things have doubled, electricity is doubling, all sorts, and then but your income is remaining the same. So how?
I can tell you, but I know the how.
People's purchasing power in general has significantly reduced.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And people that are being able to still purchase, they are working multiple jobs. I was having a conversation with my cousin, recently got married, and majority of my cousins came from London because he was marrying, he got married to a British girl.
Okay.
So we're having conversations about the pricing of things, and my cousin that is my age, Vanessa, so it was her younger brother getting married, right? So she had planned a welcome party, and in her mind, because she even got married in Lagos last year. No, in 2023.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So she has an idea of expenditure in recent times. When she said that welcome party that she planned, she said she could not believe that the budget she had in her mind, it was pretty much 3 times that she ended up spending.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yes. And it was even for the welcome party.
Talk less of the wedding.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's actually so crazy how and people, like you said, people just seem to be okay with it. We talk about it amongst ourselves, amongst our friends, but then
Me, I'm not okay with it too. And I don't know about you, but I'm not doing illegal dealings anywhere.
That's
I'm
it.
earning an honest living. And this honest living, I used to make fun of people who used to dance on Instagram for selling their dance. So that it's not illegal to dance. That I've changed my tune. Dance. There's a clip somewhere where Tools and I are laughing at people who dance, but it's okay. Dancing is not illegal, dear. If that's what's going to help you sell your market, because also these
Honestly.
wicked social media network people, they also want you to pay for ads, and then if you don't pay for ads, your algorithm is now algorithming.
Yes.
The other day, I had not been, so my daughter was on midterm, so shipped her off to the grandparents. Shout out to the grandparents.
Shout out to
And
the
so I was like,
grandparents.
I told my husband, let's go out, let's go here, let's go there. When he showed me the bill, when we went out, what did we drink? What did we drink? I said there's no amigos for any amigos anymore. What is the meaning of this? What is because we didn't even, and who did we call? We called our siblings. Hey brother, come. Hey sister, come. And we was gentle drinking.
Yeah.
We're not. Nobody was.
You weren't bowling out. Yeah.
Simple drinking, and I was just like, no.
I think we've spoke about this on the podcast, but we've talked about how the Yahooization
Thank you.
of Lagos in particular.
Yeah.
Because I was also hanging out with a friend of mine like a few weekends ago, and she was talking about how she was with her uncle so her uncle came to Lagos to spend time with her, and her uncle lives in the corridor or something. And every time she sends her uncle to, like, if he's in the supermarket buying something for her, he'll call her and be like,
are you sure?
Are they scamming me?
this price
Is this the actual price or is this
I don't know what it is, and it's so crazy that Lagos has been Yahoo-nified or Yahoo-nized, whatever,
Yahoo-nized.
in a certain way, but then you hear stories about how certain landlords don't want to do shortlets because they don't want Yahoo boys there, but you are calling Yahoo price money for rent.
No, so this is the thing, yeah. There's good Yahoo money and there's bad Yahoo
I
money.
bet.
What is that?
No, word, 100%. Now, good Yahoo money is money you collect in bulk at once. Rents.
I'm screaming.
Rents.
I'm
That's good Yahoo
screaming.
money.
I'm
Rent,
screaming.
you need certain documents. They need to know who you are. They at least need to know your mommy or your daddy's name, something like that, for you to rent. So if you rent like for the year or whatever,
At least they have something to hold.
They have something to hold, and they can say hello, and the landlord, I don't live here. Look at his document. That's him. Go and catch him or her, because girls do fraud too.
Yeah,
Before somebody jumps on my head, yeah, girls do fraud too. Shout out to all the fraud girls out there.
No,
Anyway,
why are you shouting them out? Are you crazy?
well, not shout out like that. Fuck you, but still, yeah. Yeah, do your thing. Anyway, but if it's like a short let, if I want to book a short let, I can say, I beg Valerie, book it for me.
It could be anybody, yeah.
It can be anybody. And it's like, okay, the money I'm getting for this short term, right, does it mitigate any costs I will encounter?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I was talking to...
Fair.
There's a guy he's just built a house on my street, yeah, and he was like, he's renting it out. And I was like, oh, how much are you renting it for? And he was like, oh, 18M per year. And I said...
You know, good do.
That's what I said.
Is it furnished? Even if it's furnished.
It's not furnished. No, it's like you are getting dry rental. That's what you're just getting the building for a year. I said 18 million. I said, may I, my lord?
Can I
see?
My lord, may I?
Let me.
Can
He
I
says, my
enter?
lord, may I? You rich.
So obviously I'm doing my house as well. So I'm having an idea of cost. What POP is costing, media wall, smart lock, 200k, 50k to install it. I say, okay, it gets smart lock. Mwah. So that's okay. Out of the 18 million, that's 250.
Okay.
The media wall, it wasn't really going like that. So unfortunately, it's bring your own media wall in that place.
So, like, what exactly is he charging?
Is it the kitchen? Maybe.
Yeah, it's the kitchen.
You know when you watch all these real estate shows on Netflix and everything, and then you see they'll be like, oh, and the counter is Calcutta marble from so and so.
Let me tell you that the marble is very plastic.
Is it from Orile?
Exactly.
Well, it's very much from Orile. It might even be from Ikorodu, actually. Because and that's one thing I say about like real estate in Nigeria. I feel just like time it's a very dynamic concept, especially in Lagos.
I'm screaming.
Real estate is a very dynamic concept. I have never seen one realtor online, right, tell me why they justify why this house is on price. You people are using paper mache to build buildings. You're using glue and paper to erect these fucking buildings.
It says glue and paper.
And you're saying, oh, 400 million naira.
I think pricing of rents is scary.
Shout out to that guy who's calling them out.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for real. And like, it's so fun. Let's not even get into it. I was about to say something, but let me not get into it. But shout out to him for absolutely, he's generally doing the Lord's work, because I was thinking about it, and I was saying to myself that like one of my goals is honestly owning a home. In Lagos in particular, and like I live on the island, so I want to own property on the island. And like when I started working in the industry, maybe like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, I feel like maybe I felt like, oh, okay, if I continue to work and I continue to do this with how things were still stable at the time, I feel like I'll be able to achieve this. But now I feel like owning property, and it makes me so sad that it's so, honestly, it's seeming nearly out of my reach. Because most of the properties now, I was looking at something recently and I saw a 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Ikate for 130 million naira.
Somebody tell us why.
From where? You could get that back in, well, no, but I say back in the day as if it was far, like 2022, you could get a house 50. For 150. 50. Like, you can, yes. I'm even talking about prime Lekki 1 area. 100, like, I think what irritates me about real estate in Nigeria is it just doesn't make sense. If a house is going for more than £400,000, right? You're getting a house in like Chelsea. You're getting a house in
honestly,
close to
I don't even know what we're paying for.
Roads are bad. There's no water. You have to be your own government.
Let's not even talk about water. Like, honestly, the list goes on.
Anyway, to lighten the mood, I come bearing gifts.
Wow! In this economic, oh my God!
Wait, I think your phone just fell.
Hey, don't follow.
No, God forbid.
In this economy.
But yeah. Okay, so this is for Tomi, and this is for Valerie. Okay. So yeah. Remember you mentioned that you like my nails. So
there is no fucking way. These are not press-ons.
They are press-ons.
Oh my God!
I don't have the patience to be sitting down.
Oh my God!
And they be doing your nail for 3 hours in the salon. I don't have time. This is 5 minutes.
Oh my God!
So open it because I had to go look on your pages.
Oh, thank you so much.
I had to go look on your pages.
So I'm a very emotional person. Like, you're going to make me cry.
I used to cry, but don't worry.
She leans towards like more natural, like, you know, shorter length. She likes like her nudes, her French.
Guys, look,
and she likes what I call the rapper nails. I love these.
Oh my God! You were actually very so. You know what's so funny? I actually said we should do the gifts on camera because I wanted to see how she got. You did get us actually. Tomi, let me see your own. Do you know why I'm emotional about this set? Is I was just telling my nail tech that like I feel like I want to do that shape.
Are you serious?
I've been doing shorts and square for so long, and I'm like, I want to change the shape.
I'm in the spirit.
Wow. I swear, you are in spirit like mad. This is like, this looks like it was Tommy's hand.
See, actually,
I can't lie.
It looks like I've just popped off my nails.
This actually looks like, this is so lovely. That is so cool. Oh my God.
Wow. Forgive me for using your platform.
No, do it. If you are doing it like this, we don't mind.
If you are doing it like this, we do not mind, girl.
Price.
We'll put it on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insta nail NG. That is so cool. Thank you so much.
The amount of time it takes to groom as a lady.
Yes.
Like, please.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yes. I just want to do 5 minutes.
Do you do individual lashes?
No. That one I don't do. No. I used to. As far back as 2009.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, I love it.
I used to do fix my lashes with the guy, Deji.
Thank you.
He's very fast and everything, but I don't have.
Oh, and it comes with like the glue. Is this like something to push?
Yeah, if you need to take it off or you need to push back your cuticles or whatever it is.
That's really cool.
Let's get back to the show.
Sorry, I'm in.
We got carried away. Okay, so let's do your Lowkey Relatable moment of the week.
Oh wow. basically, okay, so I don't know. Well, the age, I'm sure different people of different ages watch this show. For those who have kids, midterm was last week. It was so great because I was able to again ship the little one off to the grandparents who were too happy to have her and her
I'm sure.
cousin. So
Oh,
it was a
that's
good
so
time. So
sweet.
the house was quiet and
Aw.
peaceful, and I was able to sleep as deeply
As you
as I
want.
see.
Oh,
If you don't have children yet, let me just tell you now, you would
Okay.
never, especially if you're the mom, you're not gonna sleep as deeply as you sleep now. Let me just tell you now.
Really?
Yes, because in your mind you will be organizing your home and be organizing your life, no matter how
Oh,
many
wow.
nannies and how much help you have.
You have.
So just so I was able to sleep. And
I love
sleep
that.
well. And sleep. I slept well. Yeah.
I feel like sleep is something that a lot of parents like, unless no, like a lot of parents complain
Yeah,
that they lose
100%.
once they have kids.
Absolutely.
And I a lot of I used to initially think that it was in the beginning when it's just like child is still a baby, but apparently it's like
No, and so because she's used, for example, now school started today because she's used to waking up
A
for
bit
school
later.
6:30,
Oh,
7.
okay.
So that was a struggle. I had to use Golden Mon to. Don't you want Golden Mon? Don't you
Oh, wow,
want?
not
Or is
the
it Cocoa
bride.
Pops? You have to use. Hello.
yes,
to
you have
get
to use
up.
all the things
You have to
in your
use. You have to
arsenal.
cajole. You have to threaten. You have to. Just whatever it is you need to do to get the job done. So I know that. But so imagine you're waking up Monday to Friday. Because there's school, and on Saturday you want to sleep in, but she's like, I want to eat, please.
Oh my God.
At 6:30 a.m. and you're like, please.
Like, go to bed.
Please. I'm begging. Do you want Katina Poto? No, but I want to eat.
Oh no.
Okay, have cereal. No, I want eggs and bread
Yeah.
with sausage.
Yeah.
Really?
Something that requires you to literally get up
And be
move.
awake.
Yeah. Yeah. So you will never
Damn.
sleep again.
Chai.
Wow.
I think that's
Really
something that
tell us.
worries me. That's something
So
that
I'm
actually
telling
scares
you.
me about like, because me, I love a good sleep.
Me
Man.
too. They used to make. I could sleep on water.
Really?
Yeah,
I can
word.
sleep standing. You know when they tell you to get up in church and you're praying and the prayer gets too long.
And
I
you just
used to
start
sleep on my
dozing.
feet.
Really?
So I'm a sleepy girl. So you can
Oh my
imagine.
God.
It's crazy.
That you are so.
Oh, that is so okay. Fair. That is definitely. I'm sure that is
Just-
definitely a relatable moment for a few people. Tell me, do you have any that happened to you? Why they look at me like that? Do you have any relatable thing that happened to you?
You go first. Let me have a ponder. A lot has happened. this week.
I just thought of something. Like I was trying to think about my week, and I thought about something that I cannot say. So like I just went like, but it was definitely look relatable.
It is well.
I think one thing is postponing your beauty treatments to the future just because you don't have the emotional capacity for it that day.
I think it's not that it's the money.
No. Thank God, hallelujah. Just I don't have the...
That one self deal.
That one, yeah, but
I hear that.
I feel like I have to be mentally and emotionally prepared for...
For me, I think that's my lashes. Like I'm wearing these glasses. Some of you might think it's swag, but it's because like there are only like 6 lashes that are on my lids, like hanging for dear life.
I had to put on strips
And
today.
listen, I hate. That's what I was asking you about lashes. I don't mind doing my nails. I actually love doing my nails, but you see those lashes. Me and my lash check, we always get into it in the last 30 minutes of her doing my lashes.
It takes how many hours?
Last time I did it was...
So now if I do a takedown, which I need to do, I haven't done a takedown since like November. I've just been telling her, just refill it. Just remove what you can remove and refill it. So I need to remove everything because now the lashes literally hurt. So if this takedown and putting it back, probably going to take me like 2.5 hours.
It takes a lot. Like it's so much. So some days, and I unless I'm traveling, I don't do the individual
Really?
lashes because my makeup skills suck. So
Yeah.
so let me at least be fine. Small.
Yeah, with the
I just-
lashes,
Yeah, but
yeah.
you see, I don't have 2 hours, 3 hours to do lashes. I would just be annoyed.
And you're just lying down there with your eyes closed.
And I snore when I sleep, and I don't want to be snoring in public, and I don't want you to come to my house, and then you now charge me ×2 because it's home service. Like I'm just like, it's just too much. And you have lashes to worry about, your brows to worry about, if you're hairy, you have to think about waxing your body. It's just a lot. So some days I'm just like, you know what? I don't care if you've seen me online looking nice, but then you see me as Ebano looking
oh my God.
Honestly, I'm just a girl.
You're gonna see what you're gonna see. Okay?
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day,
I'm 40 plus, and there's nothing you can do about
don't
it.
kill me.
No, because I find that the older you get, the more you don't give a fuck.
Yes.
No, I don't give a fuck now.
So I don't care.
I swear.
I
swear that the more you don't give a fuck is too apt.
I went to get some food. Yeah. Just tangenting off what you said. I went to get some food, and honestly, I was looking a mess. Nothing was doing me, but that day, I can categorically say I looked like I was going through some things, right? So as I'm walking through the door, one man opens the door for me, right, and I'm like, wow. Chivalry isn't dead. Hallelujah, that's so nice. I said, thank you.
Was buried.
It was. That's what I thought. But some men are resurrecting it now.
Yeah, it seems.
So that's how I just see him kind of looking at me. Yeah. And then as I've gone up to like make my order, he goes, "We your fans like it when you are on low cut."
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
And I said, "Ha, thanks." But I just realized that, there's sometimes where I'm very okay looking not put together.
Yeah, I don't feel like
The weirdest thing is
really
when you're just looking like, you escaped from 12 years a slave. That's when people recognize, I really love your show. Just like, God damn, why?
I actually looked nice yesterday.
That's, and then
I looked like a human being.
That's when somebody's trying to toast you, and you're just like, can you please?
Honestly, that's another thing. Nigerian men, they will toast.
I've heard that. Well, I don't know this about Nigerian men, because some of you...
Well, you've heard that one?
But like UK and American men, apparently, if they like toasting you when you're just looking a little bit
in your
brummy,
natural state.
Not if you're even in your natural state, but you're looking slightly homeless. So it's like, okay, this is as bad as it can get.
Oh,
you get it.
Okay,
fair enough.
Good night. But I honestly... I see why that could make sense. I see why that could make sense. I don't think I have any Lowkey Relatable moments of the day, but I saw one. So I was trying to do the games part of this segment, but then I saw a question that I found that I thought would be interesting for three of us to do. The craziest story you've heard about yourself.
Oh, that I was a sugar baby, and I was very upset because I'm like, with the life I'm living now, is this the life?
Does this life align with that of a sugar baby?
Like, really? Is this the life? Do I look like? Do I present like a sugar baby? Don't you know what sugar baby is?
Yeah,
I swear that's very fair.
Same. I feel like the craziest stories is something like that. Like I'm sleeping with, because they've seen me out with this person, and it's not out as in.
No, they mentioned somebody that I've never met in my life. I don't even know what this person looks like. Somebody that is rich, and I'm just like, me. Please now, okay, amen.
Yeah.
Where?
She said, set it up, run it.
I'm screaming at amen. Where?
No, but word. If you think I'm his type, say it up. Let this. Rumors are boring. Let's make it a reality so we have something to talk about.
You know, it's so funny that all of us actually, and that's this perfectly ties into the conversation that I was saying I wanted us to have about being in the media, because I've definitely been called the sugar baby as well. So that is definitely a word that three of us have all faced as being women in this entertainment and media space. You definitely longer than us, because like you've been, like I was saying, you ran for us to fly.
Yes, actually.
You get what I mean? So it's like, how is that? Where should we even, if we want to talk about it, where should we even like enter the conversation from?
Where to start from? Maybe feel free. Just enter.
I think one of the most common and upsetting things about being in that space is like the casual sexual harassment.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is definitely with like the age that we're in and Me Too movement and social media and everything. I think people some people are more cautious than before. But like, I feel like you almost, when you go to a meeting for whatever, and you're not propositioned, you're almost like, oh wow,
That's when I say, oh, that was a very nice meeting.
yeah.
That
Because
was a
like
nice
you have,
meeting.
and I think it's so sad that you have to be like, oh wow, okay, I wasn't propositioned. Do you know how insane
It doesn't stop. Oh.
it
Even after
doesn't?
you marry, it does. If you
I feel like
marry, it doesn't
sometimes that
stop.
feels it.
You
No,
know,
I don't think I don't think when I got married it stopped either. But like I just feel like, but like guy,
I feel like do you know what it is? I feel like in this media space, because at a point it was so heavily male dominated, right? They try to make themselves as keepers of the gates, not gatekeepers, keepers
keepers
of
of
the
the gates.
gates.
I'm
Do
screaming.
you understand? And in that, it's like, what can she give me that I would want? Right? You and all your boys club, you people are sharing money normally. So the only thing you can take from me that will make you feel like a big man is sex. I personally feel like until a lot of these guys get punched in their face, they won't learn the lesson. And I've started that movement.
You want to
Word.
start punching people?
I think
I've
that
started
there
already.
was a time where a media house, I've worked at different media houses. A media house that I worked at, the HR had to kind of summon male members of staff to warn them off of targeting female interns. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, because it's like almost like, oh, as soon as they arrive, whether they are there for NYSC or IT or something, they're kind of like, oh,
Fresh
fresh
meat.
meat, and then so it became a thing where girls started to complain, like, I don't understand. People are telling me, oh, if I do XYZ, I'll get a job here once my placement is done or whatever it is.
Really?
And so HR had to kind of have a conversation,
That's actually
so
insane.
things like that would happen, whether it's from your colleague, whether it's from a superior, whether it's from
I also blame
even the
Nigeria.
artist you're interviewing,
I swear.
when the mics are off and the artist is like, so
Oh my
your
god.
show is ending. So where
What
you
you
going
doing
from here?
after?
Exactly. So things. I mean, it happens. That, and I also think also because the media space is a bit informal. There's so many things
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm sure it still happens
Yeah.
in banking and in
Yeah.
insurance and in the medical field or whatever. But because our industry can be a little bit anyhow.
Yes.
Mhm.
A little
You
bit
know,
anyhow is
Anyways,
very
A lot of
apt.
stuff, and it's not, you're not just dealing with, casual sexual harassment. You're also dealing with, when you get to a certain age, certain things start to happen. When you get to a certain age, if you choose to marry, if you now choose to have children, there's certain things, like events they used to invite you to, all of a sudden, you're not on the mailing list anymore. They stop calling you. They stop calling you for work. Well, we thought you were busy.
Yeah.
But my colleague who has 4 kids, who is even older than I am, but is a guy,
He's
is
getting
hosting the
still
events.
hosting all these events. Yeah.
Things like that will happen, or they're offering you. I remember, because you're in the space, sometimes people, I'm sure you get calls, they'll be like, oh, we're trying to get XYZ artists for a show or for this gig. Mention a female artist, or mention a few artists that, we have our top. We need a few filler artists, that sort of thing. And you're mentioning people. One time we mentioned this one artist, a female artist, and they were like, she should go and fix her teeth first, I beg. And they were ready to get she had like 4 or 5 hits that she could perform at that time, big hits, but they were like, I go fix her teeth. So, but they wanted to get the newcomer who just had that one hot song. They wanted to hire him because over this babe girl, let her go fix her teeth, I beg.
And I feel,
But if you don't book her and pay her, how she have money to go and fix her teeth?
they're not thinking about that. They should go and
But I
she
mean,
should
but
go and
you-
pick the
but-
money from a tree in the
But I
backyard.
always used to say to younger OAPs who were coming in, when I was leaving, that you're so lucky now, because there was a time there was only a certain type of babe that they would hire for TV.
Yes.
You had to
absolutely.
be light skinned and you had to be skinny.
Absolutely.
You couldn't be dark skinned and chubby.
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
You could not.
Absolutely.
You had to kind of be mixed race or be very light skinned to get a job.
I agree.
I mean, it's simple.
Yeah.
I mean, and that used to happen all the time. So I was on maternity leave, and then I get this email from HR, and they said they want to have a meeting with me. I'm like, I wasn't even there. What did I do now? Okay. So I get on this call, and she goes, oh, so now you're about to resume in a week, and we're thinking, since you're so opinionated, wouldn't you like to move to one of our sister stations, Lagos Talks. I said, no. She said, okay, what about classic? I said, no. She was like, oh, I was like, what is this? So because I left to have a baby, you people are trying to move me. Am I now like retirement age or something?
Yeah.
And I was, 36? Then I was just like,
That's actually insane.
what is going on? Like, I was just like, no, I don't want to move to either station. So then she now said, okay, what about if they now offered me something where if I would get a day off at the beat, but do like 2 hours at the sister station, Lagos Talk, which is a talk only station. I was like, okay, fine. If I get to do 2 hours and bounce for the whole of the Friday, great, I'll do that or whatever. Because I think they were trying to revive some or make some. There's a all women's talk show on there that they're trying to make it popular. Like, oh, since you're so opinionated, and I was just like, what the, like you deal with so much, and then I was thinking to myself, but the most watched breakfast radio show or whatever, the radio talk show in the world is the Breakfast Club. They are all way over 40.
Yeah.
Charlemagne is 45. Angie Martinez is still on radio. She's at least over 50. But in Nigeria, once we turned 30, they started talking in our ears, you're old, you're getting old. They wanted to ship me to classic that plays only old school music.
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that our life expectancy in Nigeria is low?
Yeah.
I don't think we're the average Nigerian.
I agree.
Do you understand? Yes, the average Nigerian
that's another
life expectancy is 55 or 56, but I don't think anybody in this room, including is an average Nigerian. So I expect that our life expectancy will be higher, by the grace of God. But I'm also saying that I just feel like there's certain things that women in this space go through that the men don't go through. Do you understand? Like 100%. They're still calling you who is 40 something to host shows. They pay you well. They still hail you that you're looking good. That's a guy. But once you're a woman, God forbid you go get married, and God forbid you now have children. It's kind of like they don't even invite. It's not even about even giving you gifts. They don't even invite you to things. You just be at home.
And you see everything and you just
outside. You be like, what's going on? Yep. What's happening? So you kind of have to, of course, you have to, what's the word? Snap back. You have to snap back. So that's pressure. Because then, and then you deal with all sorts of rubbish. I remember a few years before I quit radio, they said, we're old. So they hired a bunch of 20-somethings to join the radio station. And a lot of the things that we had to do, a lot of the less than glamorous things that we had to do, because everything on, in this industry is not glamorous. There's some things they couldn't hang. Most of them quit after 2 years, and we're just like, shall you see now? Shall you see? Like there's so many things. So you are dealing with the sexual harassment. You're dealing with, but there's also erasure.
Yes.
You started something, but somebody will come and say they started it. Yep. And then they take the glory for it.
Absolutely.
Or I'll give you another example.
There's that too.
I was program director for a radio station for 7 years. Okay. And I think 7 years after I left, as in it was still within that building, because we had, apart from Beat FM, there were other stations within the building. So I was I was on-air personality at the Beat, but I was also program director for basically that other station, and it was a mess when I inherited this station. And it was a lot of work, a lot of fighting, a lot of disrespect, because I think we had members of staff that were working at that station that were 60 something, and here I was 27. So I had to deal with these people, trust me, it was a lot.
I can imagine.
So I did that for about 7 years, and I was just like, okay, I've tried. I'm not doing this again. Also knows that I wasn't getting paid for that position.
My God.
I also did not have, every head of department had a car. I didn't have a car. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, cut long story short, I was just like, what's the purpose? Let me just leave this thing. It's okay. It will be nice on my CV, but that's about it. And the station turned 10. And they did a documentary to tell the story of the station. I never watched it. When I eventually watched it, I wasn't mentioned.
At all?
No.
In the station that you were program director for 7 years?
Yes. And there was a 10-year documentary to say, they are celebrating this station.
So 7 out of the 10 years
I wasn't mentioned. Erasure. Do you see? And that documentary is still on YouTube till today.
I actually have
and my exit interview, My exit interview was about 3 hours because everything I let them have it.
Yeah,
I let them have it. I was just like this.
I remember
this? No. Why
it was
say
like a mic drop.
no. When it's an exit, like when they're telling you, so what could we have done better? I drove to Lekki back. Like I was on that interview. I was like, and then you guys did this, and I don't like the way you handled it. What are you gonna do to me now?
Actually,
I'm leaving. Do you understand? It was a good 3
But
hours.
I feel like you were always very vocal about your opinions, and like you definitely were someone that,
and people don't like that.
Have you
noticed that
like
the people, the
women.
faves?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that the faves, people's faves, the sweethearts, people that the audience loves, they don't have an opinion on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to mention, because they're lovely women or lovely people. I don't want to mention a few people that people love, but if you mention this person, you don't know her view on politics, anything. Because so they've realized quickly that keep quiet, look cute,
the likability politics, of
and just keep.
all.
I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
So that was also another. Anyway, long story short, so there's erasure, there's all sorts of things.
I absolutely agree. I feel like it's something that I encountered when I was working at my old job was there was this constant bullying by someone that worked there, and it wasn't even just bullying of me, it was like bullying in general of like some people, everybody had something to say about this person in particular. And I don't know, okay, I've definitely never told you the story of how I eventually quit, but I was in, mind you, at the time of when I quit, I had been working there for like 7 or 8 years. I don't think I've actually ever spoken about how or why I quit on the podcast, but I was there for 7 or 8 years, and I just felt like I was tired of them talking to me anyhow. You know, there were so many things that were occurring. Like, it's no secret that we're owed salaries. There were so many things that were happening that...
So now
do you understand? Do you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's no secret that we're owed salaries. So it's like, I can never forget that I had just come back from... a trip. I was gone from, like, let's say... another thing with when you work in a company that, like, anything pretty much can't possibly go, I went on leave for like my regular leave days, but like I definitely would add like 1 extra week there, 1 extra week here, because at the end of the day,
they're not paying me.
Do you understand? If I want to do a budget for you guys, I can just be like, you guys actually are owing me salary, you know. So at first, when I came back, they called a meeting. Oh, Valerie, welcome back. Mind you, there was a point where I was the only presenter on that channel.
Oh, wow.
And I was filming. I always say this Erasure thing, like you said, it really struck a chord with me because there is a show on that channel that I filmed 1,000 episodes of.
Oh my God.
And there's no like acknowledgements for that anywhere, because I was filming a daily show from when I started working there when I was 23 until when I resigned when I was 30.
Oh my God. Every day?
Every day, 5 days of every single day. And there is no, like, any milestone, anything, nothing, anyway, we digress. So I walk up to the meeting, like, oh, welcome back from your trip, hope you're rested, or we have work to do, you're going to film this, you're going to film that. So I was slated to film 3 different shows, which, honestly, presenting is my passion. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity and whatever, but, like, I never used to say, oh, no, I won't film it. I would film it. As long as you give me enough time, whatever, I'll be like, yeah, sure, let's film it. So we start prepping to film the 3 shows. I'm like, you guys, when we start filming, you guys should share, you know what, do well, you know, whatever it is that people need to do. If it either needs to include payments for me in your budget, or maybe you want to put one of my salaries in the budget, whatever it is you need to do to just get me to be in a good mood, let's do it. It was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Don't worry, we'll sort you out. We're so sorry about this. The company is going through this. You know, we're doing this, we're doing that. Very polite, very, you know, I was like, okay, yes, like, you know, this is the energy I want. Like, treat me like, you know, let me feel like I'm valued. Please, tell me why, not even up to 3 weeks after this conversation, I'm in my house one day, I look at my phone and I'm getting notifications. Listen, I just see in the fucking group chat, I see this same person that called me for that meeting and was literally 20 seconds from licking my nyash, telling me, oh, we need to, please, where's Valerie? Valerie hasn't shown up to work since, today, and it was on a Friday. Why are you coming for me? First of all, why are you even coming for me on a Friday afternoon? He starts going off at me in the group that is insubordination, that any staff that doesn't come to work because the person is complaining about salaries, they're going to be fired by Monday. To which I said, I'll do you one. Good.
I quit.
I quit right here.
Threaten me with a
and
good
now.
time.
As in, imagine threatening me where you're at the time, they were owing me salaries.
Did they
not
pay
for
your
once.
salaries eventually?
Well, yes. But let me even talk about what's happened with them even eventually paying my salary, because that was a whole other thing. But when I quit in the group chat and like I left the group chat, I blocked them, blocked the person that was like I sent an email to HR. HR called me immediately. She was like, oh no, they did not accept my resignation. I did not resign. I can't leave the group. That is not a proper resignation. Mind you, before this thing, I had tried to resign in March. So I tried to resign in March and I was told to stay. Things are gonna get better. I was offered a pay raise. Like there's so many things that occurred in March. And in April, it was okay. And then it went back to schedule, like regular schedule programming from May. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like I was already at a point where I actually did want to leave. And then you're now talking to me anyhow in the group chats where you had interns that, honestly, it was disrespectful. I felt like there's no way I would have given 7 years of my life to somewhere. And like when I think about it, I never curated my working there. When I say like I was a TV presenter and like I used to work at social and social, and people are like, hey, you worked there? Are you serious? I'm like, yo, I actually was filming. There was a point I had 5 shows on that channel.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you. Honestly, if I'm lying, I swear if I'm lying, anybody can actually say I'm lying. And there was one time I would film from Monday to Sunday. I would do my daily show. Then I would film one other show on the weekends. I was like, one other show that was sort of like you go to places and explore. So like different, like that kind of show, just putting people on the map, Nigerian businesses on the map. So we went to like a chocolate factory, went to Rough and Tumble, just different places, just putting Nigerian business on the map, And then I had the red carpet show. I would film Monday to Sunday. My parents would not see me for months on end. Wild. And it was valid. If once they say Valerie is working, even up until now, because of that time in my life, they say Valerie is working, nobody questions it because I was actually always working at the time. You're now telling me in the group chat that if I don't come, and also, how much was the salary you were owing me? Like, that's why this being able to have my podcast and being able to say my mind on the podcast without the censorship, without having to worry about certain things, it healed so many things in me. And I feel like that's why I've been on the podcast for as long as I have.
Do the comms.
Because like, no.
I can see the fire in my eyes.
I get so heated when I think about how I was treated in that place because
that's horrible.
I really, really was very committed to working there. And you know, the funny thing is they came back to ask me to host one of my shows. And I actually feel like I'm about to start crying.
Yeah, that's
they
why
weren't even offering me anything like sensible. But I was willing to do it because one, I hadn't been able to book a gig since. And I'm like, you know what? I need the money. Like, you know what? Let me just do it for old time's sake. These people told me that they were going to get back to me. The next thing I see that they had hired somebody else to do it. And I'm just like, how have I left this company for 1 whole year? And then you people are coming back to do this rubbish to me. And I said something. That was when I said something to my boss. And I was like, my former boss. And I messaged him and I was like, I just feel like it's so unfair. And what pissed me off so much and what made me be like, you know what? Fuck this. And I never spoke about this office ever. But that what made me be like, fuck it. And then maybe one day when I'm in the mood, I'll talk about it on the podcast was, my boss tried to make it seem like as if he didn't know what had happened.
I don't like that.
And what upsets me the most was that the kind of person that I know that he is, he's so hands-on, and he was so hands-on in helping me build my career as well. That's why I know that there's no way that they reached out to me to shoot that show and he was not aware. So now making it seem like as if he didn't know, and then making it seem like as if the office did something to me and then I'm now coming to, fight him. I was just like, you know what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm very sorry that I even said anything. And like, that was just kind of what ended and closed that chapter for me. Like, you know what? It's okay that it didn't work out. It did train me. It did give me lots of opportunities. But because you gave me opportunities doesn't mean like
you treat me anyhow.
Do you understand what I'm saying? No, this conversation about media and like being treated badly, it really, really triggers me because I really am a very result-oriented person in the sense like that's why I go to the gym because I know that if I go to the gym 3 times a week, I know that this is how my body is going to look after a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I know that I'm going to feel a certain way. I know that I'll have this level of strength. I'm very result oriented. If I know that I'll put in X amount of time to yield X amount of work, I will do it. So it is insane for me to have worked there for 7 years and I'm leaving. I'm asking people for my pension. I'm asking people for my Disney. People are looking at me like as if I'm acting film. Like, what is going on?
Acting film is crazy.
Like,
And that thing
so
you said about
horrible.
management. So when I was doing my exit interview, I said, so, and management, there was no way that thing would have aired without management seeing it. So you all watched it and you didn't remember to say, what about this lady?
yeah.
What about this person?
Yes.
You know, and it
That's
was very
insane.
disappointing. And it was also a learning experience for me. Like, look, these people don't care about you.
Yeah.
So as you are given that platform, do the best that you can with it.
You always
Toot
have to
your
write your
horn,
own
make
story.
noise.
Make
Yes.
noise,
Because
yourself,
they
or
will
they
erase
don't-
you.
they don't-
You always
if you are
have to
not
write your
careful.
own story. That's how somebody was not telling me that they heard that this person that was talking to me in the group chat, that was saying that rubbish in the group chat, is going around telling people that he fired me.
That's okay.
Honestly,
That's okay.
honestly,
Whatever makes you sleep.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, if that is what will help you close both your eyes at night to crash,
yeah.
go for it. But if it is crazy for you to go about telling people this when I resigned in a group chat, like,
And there are people that so, and I think that's something that I find very crazy about like superiors in Nigeria. They do certain things and then their version of events doesn't tally with what actually happened. But the most insane part of that is there were people there to everybody
understand
saw
what I'm
this.
saying?
Receipts.
I
What
don't-
the hell?
Another gag is what I just even also remembered is when this thing actually happened with them hiring someone else, like comments based me hiring someone else and whatever. I freed it. One day I was not having a conversation with one of my eggbones, right? And we used to work together, but he has left and he has gone on to do his own thing. So I was talking to him about it and I was like asking him for advice and I was like, see what happened though with me and so, like this is how they did me. And I was like, that the money you were even he was concerned. And I was like, you know what, that's just what made me be like, let me just free these people. I'm no longer interested. He was like, no, that I shouldn't have that energy, that I should reach out to our Oga and talk to him, that there's no way he would have had a hand. Because I was like, apparently they're saying he had a hand in it. And only for me to reach out, explain, I stated my case very politely. Only for him to now tell me. And I said, this is also another thing because the man thought if I go and meet him, there would be some form of resolution. But honestly, it just genuinely made it worse. And now, like, I really don't care because when I think about it, what's really at the end of the day, did I genuinely benefit if my pension is not there? I never collected a full calendar year salary. Like, I was like, what am I really now, like, fighting for? Every other thing I did, so many people have opportunities to be on TV. Every other thing I did because those are the things I wanted to do. So it's like, at the end of the day, a million and one people get on TV every day, but they never amount to anything afterwards. So yes, you gave me an opportunity, great, but
How far?
What do you do with it? Yeah, like I'm like, where did we get to? I think there's so many things that as
So many
women
things,
you
oh.
deal with in this country. So
So
obviously
many things.
the sexual one, you're putting in your best. I remember somebody asking me one day, why are you hosting so much? Yeah, babe.
You're insane.
That's
do you know
one reason
what?
why I need to hustle some more.
Do you know what? Yeah, when I first started, so I don't know how it is with presenting, right? But like with DJing or like artistry, you get picked up by a certain brand, especially like alcohol brands. So if you know me, you know the brand I'm loyal to. However, there was another brand, right, that would always message me. And these were the times where my fee was not even high. I think at that point, my fee was maybe like 600K or 750K. And they will call me and they'll be like, we really want to book you for this. And we really want to book you for this. And we
But it's 200K we have.
200K would have been better. They'll say, we have 100K. I
Yes, so
swear.
they did this,
And it wasn't.
this
It
thing-
wouldn't even be a thing of it's 100K and we're going to book you back to back,
No.
and you fool the weekend. Like content is going to choke everything. No, nothing like that. It would be you have to go to Abuja, by the way, or we're sending you to Enugu for 100K. And I'd always say no. Like I'm not doing it. Like I'm working there's a brand that I'm steadily working with. I'm not ready to risk that relationship.
Just
Number
because
one.
you want to dash me on
Number two, there are brands that don't book me as often and they pay my fee without complaining. If you're broke, just say that.
Honestly,
However,
it's not like that they're broke. They don't want to give you.
Exactly.
They don't value you. They don't
Yeah.
think that.
I now
Yes.
went to my management's office one day and one of their talent liaisons was there. And this situation happened twice. Yeah. The first time he was like, no, but you can manage the 100K. We're taking care of your fees. You're taking care of your that. We'll take their premium clubs. You would be lucky to be seen there. All of that, yeah. And the first time, I was still very wet behind the ears. So the first time I said to them, no, you know I'm a babe. I have to do my makeup. I have to get my outfit ready. I have to do my nails. And then he now said, that's what, there was another female DJ, that's what X, Y, and Z says, but she still takes the gigs, right? That very day, I made up my mind that, anytime you people come to me, I'm going to charge you double. And if you don't pay that fucking double, I'm not DJing for you.
You know, someone has asked me to host a concert before, and I'm going to come very close to the mic so that everybody will hear me clearly when I say what they offered. Payments.
Oh, I know this story.
They offered me a $600 shopping voucher.
No, I don't know this. So I don't know this.
Voucher.
No, wait. So I don't know this
They offered
story.
me $600
Shopping voucher
to a shop. Yeah.
To which shop?
They did.
Wait, which shop?
To which I said, hell the fuck no. And they came back to meet me and they told me, okay, they increased the voucher to $1,000.
I'm sorry, wait.
So
to a shop in
said-
Nigeria?
So I said, and so I responded to that email third and final time, and I said, I included my rich card the first time you guys messaged me. Please kindly refer to it.
Are you sure you read it well that it wasn't in addition to your
And
fee?
the hosting,
'Cause
at,
that one
at the
is-
time, I used to charge, I think my rate card said 1.2 to host an event, like concert type style, like those kind of massive. And they came back and told me that they've gone to go and like do calculations or whatever, and they can offer me 500K, and I just stopped replying.
I don't. You know what? Should I tell you one thing I've stopped
Voucher,
doing?
yes.
It can't be a voucher. I want to believe that it was in addition to your
I'm
fee.
telling you.
I've stopped
I'm
bargaining
so
my
tempted
price.
to
so
actually search my email and see if I can find
please show me.
it. It actually happened.
That concert that I said we're supposed to shoot tomorrow. That concert that I said I wanted to go to.
Yeah.
So they messaged me.
Yes.
And they said, oh, did you get that message? They messaged me and they said, oh, they would like to work with me and I should give them my email address. So I gave them my email address and they sent this heavy email long about how
Once it gets to too many words, I stop.
and then so and in they would like me to post for them on my socials, and in exchange they'll give me tickets to the concert.
Please.
And they included all the pictures and the videos and the stuff to post.
Like, I have a question.
But my colleague is hosting the concert.
Exactly. Your that is it. Like, in fact,
Are you telling me? And then the foreign artist that is coming, are you telling me? I know that it is, and it's supposed to be for charity, allegedly. But
allegedly is killing me.
they didn't fly him for free.
Yeah.
And even if he's giving his time, they will shall pay some. At least offer an honorarium. Let me even now say no, I don't want. But you're saying that you want to work with me, you love what I do, and then but you were so sure that I was going to say yes that you had already sent the assets for me to post.
Sorry.
So that in exchange for tickets. Oh, and a wonderful reception with other content creators this evening.
They should fuck off. Sorry, I have a very important question.
That email is structured by someone that definitely doesn't. I don't know.
Valerie,
because
I have a question. I'm sorry. Where's the shame and where's the embarrassment?
They don't have.
No. No. I don't believe, like, someone doesn't just wake up and say, I'm going to have a monopoly on all the decisions and I'm not going to run things past anybody. There's somebody that should have sense and say, hold up, we can't do that.
But you know the thing is, I feel like a lot of times, especially with even in Nigerian climate that we are, people generally try their luck. Number one, and two, this thing of when money comes, like let's say we have a budget of 100 million to do something. The person that the money went to, let's say they were looking for funding. The person that the money went to, first of all, say, okay, 50 million is my own. They will now put the 50 million aside. Wow. Then they'll now say, okay, my company, I want to give my company 30 million. They'll now go and lock 30 million in fixed deposits. Then they'll now say the remaining 20 million is what they now want to use to do the show. Who is a fool? That's why it trickle. That's what happens. And that's why when it comes down to you, and the worst part is being a red carpet host, because red carpet is one of the last things that people generally think about, especially if it's not a fashion-centered event. You'll be hearing they want to pay you 100K, 150K, me.
To stand on that hot red carpet and be sweating.
150K cannot even cover my outfits.
And to be chasing
or my
people.
makeup. I'm telling you. And they will when you say no, it's sort of like...
What do you mean? No.
Somebody recently told me that my name came up to host red carpet for something, and maybe my name came up. They said, she's too expensive. Oh, I said, very good.
I like it.
That's it. That's what I like. That is it. It's okay. Because when I show up and I rock up, I will definitely give you value for your money. But it's better for you to think that I'm too expensive and for you to be calling me to be offering me 150K, because I think it's an insult. And I'll categorize you. I'll put you in a box where I can see that you actually don't fucking have sense. Like, why would you, as in...
Here's my thing. I just don't like situations where... I understand that millennials are aging. You know, everybody will age. We all hope to grow old one day.
Yes.
Gen Z. But they don't have the experience, right? So you would leave people who have the experience to do a job. And then you hire people who don't have the experience. Do you understand? And then they are doing rubbish, and they are clearly doing rubbish. Like, there's so many times I'm driving and I'm listening to the radio, and I want to put my hand in the radio
and just put
and
do you
just
know the amount
give a
of dead
heavy
air
knock
I've been hearing
boom,
lately?
Like, what was
to
happening?
whoever is on air at that moment. And I'm thinking to myself, this is because management doesn't want to pay people properly a livable wage to do this job. Because why is this person doing this on the radio or even television or whatever it is? And I used to get angry, like, when people will come in and start messing up. And I'm just thinking, the more the merrier, but at least do the work. Not because you want to be famous. Like, not because you want to be popular, but do the job and really be solid at this job. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a mess. It really is a mess. Like, if you look at... No, but seriously, and people do this thing and they still do it now. They would rather hire some young, pretty person to stand in front of the camera as opposed to somebody who is seasoned and knows
what they're doing.
Work. Look at, just watch television. Just watch
to see how it
it's even so annoying now. I feel a little bit for actors as well now, because now they're looking at how many followers you have.
Yes, absolutely.
Before they put you in movies.
Yes, they are.
So if you've not been on a particular reality show, if you don't have XYZ number of followers, they're not going to put you, and that's why you're seeing some of the same people
in films.
Yeah,
absolutely. I kind of like how Timney did Real Love, in the sense that his leading lady was a new face that nobody had seen before, and she did like a really good job.
Great.
I think she killed it. She seemed like a real natural, and I think that's like I hope more people give people like opportunities.
As long as the person is good, but don't just say like we're already dealing with the whole, you're a woman, you have to be twice as good for less the pay. Then they're now saying also you're old.
Yes. So. Also, you're old. Okay, wait. Let's do the dilemma.
Okay.
I feel like we've really gotten into I just want dilemma topic, and I'm actually dying.
Okay.
So let's do the dilemmas.
Is it gonna make me angry?
No, I don't think so. Why? What's it concern? So this one says Big Batty Girl. That's her name.
Okay,
she's female.
girl.
She's age 19.
Oh god.
Oh
my god.
This is going to be fun.
Can
So
have a go.
her dilemma goes thus. The fear of being forgotten. My best friend, in bracket male, got a girlfriend recently, and I don't understand why I don't feel good about it.
Because you're in love with your best friend.
Wait, no.
Sorry.
We've
Sorry.
been friends for about 2 years, but became really close last year. We literally spent the whole summer together. Then he got a girlfriend. I want to be happy for him, but I just can't stop thinking he will forget me or stop feeling like I'm being replaced. My heart says I won't be forgotten or replaced because he has shown me countless times that he loves and cares about me, but my mind keeps poisoning me.
Can I say what I said before now?
Yes.
Oh, there's more? Okay, sorry.
I've tried to ignore, but it's constantly on my mind. This feeling is so uncomfortable and it hurts so bad. I really love him and I love to see him happy, but I can't help but feel angry and selfish. In brackets, she asked, am I a witch?
A small one.
I mean, you're not plotting on the downfall of the girlfriend.
She now says, I don't want to speak to him about it because I feel like he would overthink and it might affect his relationship. But a part of me believes I should, as it might make me feel better. I don't know, man. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Aww.
What do I do? Please help me. If either of you, please.
No.
I've never been in a similar situation.
No. That's all.
If either of you have been in a similar situation, please share your experience and the steps you took. Gbemi, Jonah.
I mean, okay, so I've always had like lots of guy friends. I don't have sisters, but I'm a girl's so I'm not one of those girls. And then like it.
I'm always with the boys.
Boys, there's no drama with the boys.
Yeah.
No. Please, they have plenty of drama.
I swear.
But anyway, yes, you're a small witch and you'll be okay because this is your bestie. You people are 19. I give you 5 years if you even reach DSF. You people will move on. You will still be cool or maybe not or whatever. You'll be fine, girl. And don't say anything. Get a boyfriend. Find a hobby.
Find a boyfriend.
Find something to do. Next.
Yo, don't even find a boyfriend.
I said, find a
work.
hobby is apt.
Find
a hobby
work.
is
Find
apt.
something to do. You'll be all right.
Sorry, I still stand by the fact it's one of two things. You have you have nervous attachment, like that's your attachment
Anxious
style,
attachments, yeah.
and anxious attachment, or you're in love with your best friend, and that's okay. But now he has a
human.
girlfriend, leave him alone.
Said she feels like she's being replaced
Because unless he has done something,
I feel like she missed out that she should have said that if they were doing fucky or not.
No, we're gonna assume. Wait, well, just because we're gonna assume that you people are not doing the fucky because it's not everybody that's doing the fucky.
And even if you were, okay, there's a new sheriff in town.
I know that's right.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
my dear, honestly, find a hobby, and better still, you're 19. As Gbemi said in the beginning, it's not a crime to dance on TikTok. Maybe you should go and start dancing on TikTok. At least you'll be enjoying yourself. You free yourself. Once that money comes in, my dear, you forget about any boy that
Leave boys.
Unless he's done something to show you you're being
2025,
replaced.
we're decentering men.
Leave
Let's
boys. Focus on
Like
your bag,
I understand
sis.
that's your
Yes,
guy, but
absolutely.
like still, like he has a life to lead.
Like you too.
Like you have a life to lead. You cannot make your best friend the center of your world.
You shouldn't.
So you shouldn't. So find a hobby, start dancing on TikTok. Girl, get to the motherfucking bag, make some money. One thing I would change him, actually, I've been working since I was 16, so I can't even say that. I would have started work at 13.
I swear to God.
I would have started work at
from
13.
inside my mother's stomach.
I swear to God.
Had I been
I
known,
really wanted to be
maybe
on
we would
job.
have found an artist that would have been crying on their song.
Do you
I would have started
understand?
since.
Yes.
Do you understand? Girl,
I'll use my hand print as someone's album art or something.
Girl, go make some
Anyway.
fucking money. Find
boys,
some
leave boys,
fucking
leave
bigger
boys.
problems. You're
I beg.
okay. You are fine. You are good. You are good.
Let's do the second one. She started with sprinkle.
Oh God. I'm here for a little bit of sprinkle
Don't
occasionally.
judge now. It's okay.
We listen, we don't judge.
I judge like mad.
Scream.
In a big fucking
My
wheel.
face will judge you, but my heart won't. Anyway, hey girls, how are you doing? We're good.
Hi.
I love you. I love the podcast, and I wish you the absolute best.
Oh, thank you.
Now the problem, crying emoji. I met a man on Tinder in August. We had an amazing date, but he had to leave the next day because he lived in a different city.
Okay.
We kept in touch and I decided to visit him in August just to see if there was really something there. We had the best 3 days until the last night when we were watching a movie. In brackets, the movie was sexual. And I randomly started touching myself. I did not expect that.
Wow.
It's like, that's the shit. One day he's laughing because one day knew that I was coming. Okay, she started touching herself.
Let her finish.
I honestly wasn't thinking, and I didn't think it would be a problem since we had been very intimate in the past few days and over text. But he was extremely mad about it, mostly because I didn't ask him before I did it.
I don't know what's happening here.
I swear, it's so much. Let me just finish. I miss him a lot, but I know that ship has sailed and crashed into the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
My problem is I
Okay.
don't know how to forgive myself for making someone I really cared about feel uncomfortable in their own home.
Fair.
I still feel very ashamed of it, and I haven't been able to touch myself since. It's been 3 weeks.
You better touch yourself.
Listen.
Touch
Go and buy a new toy.
Do you know what? Yeah,
Girls, one toy.
I appreciate
You know,
that.
I
That
just-
was her problem.
I'm going to give a free shout out to Hurricane Toys. Halima has been on the podcast before. So she has talked about Hurricane Toys before. There's one new one on Halima's page.
Okay, per.
Go and purchase it. Honestly, by the time you read the box,
What's the name? Asking for a friend.
you I can't remember the name, but I'll find it. I'm very explorative, and I just feel like, okay, we're moving away from points, but I think you should buy a new toy. And
I mean,
get there.
was it a little weird to do?
I need
yes,
to go back.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit
I mean,
weird.
I don't think you need permission.
Yes,
I mean,
permission
okay,
is crazy.
but okay, you know what? Let's flip it. If she
If
were
it was
in
the
her
other-
home,
yeah,
and she's watching a movie with this guy, and the guy starts touching
just
himself,
whips out his
we would
dick
also
and-
call
yeah,
the
that's
person
a bit
weirdo.
weird.
So
Wait,
it's
but that's a bit weird.
No,
So-
because this is the thing. Okay,
That's true.
This is the thing. It's not like they're boyfriend and girlfriend and they've been in a
you just
long-term
met this
relationship.
person.
You're basically just engaging with the person.
Yeah.
It would be a bit weird if, like, the first time you're linking someone,
On
3
day
days
3.
in, they're just whipping out their dick and say, "Oh, go to town."
Yeah, because
Gee.
you're watching a film. That's
Yeah,
like, can you
and
get a
also
grip?
Have
no
some
judgment.
self-control.
Maybe she shouldn't
later.
be masturbating.
No,
Forget what I said
yeah.
about Hurricane Toys.
And also, how did you? Sorry, how did? We're not asking the right questions.
Okay.
I need a response, please.
How did you get so
How?
comfortable?
Not that. How did you start touching yourself without realizing?
She did say she started touching herself before she realized it.
How did that happen?
She did say that.
We need context so we can unpack that, because what happened
She
there?
said she wasn't thinking, and she didn't think it would be a problem. So when she didn't really think about it, and then
What
when
movie were you guys watching?
Probably
maybe it was Baby
365.
Girl.
Are you lost, baby girl?
Maybe it was Baby Girl. Maybe it was Baby Girl, because I've heard that movie is a bit.
I
It's
would
too
never
much.
heard of that movie.
It's too much.
I haven't
you
seen
watched it?
Yeah.
haven't
During the
seen it.
pandemic, the first one was out and everybody was talking about
I
it.
didn't
I haven't
watch it.
seen that.
And then the
I
other
didn't
one
even
that
know
people
the
were
first one.
or maybe it was that series, Sex Life.
365.
Oh,
Yes.
365. That's why I was even thinking it
That's
was
365 now.
Oh, Baby Girl.
No,
Like,
no,
the
no,
first
there's
thing
a
he
film
says to
called
her.
Baby Girl.
Oh,
With Nicole Kidman.
oh, I haven't seen
Right?
that. No, on
Yeah.
on Netflix, that's the first thing he says to her.
Oh.
Are you
Oh,
lost,
says,
baby
"Are you
girl?"
lost,
And
baby
then the
girl?
next thing you know,
I
they
never
start.
watched that
I've
film.
never.
Don't. It's a waste of time.
Well, I feel like, honestly, if you've apologized to him and you know 1 year, sorry, Otilo niye.
I'm so sorry,
think-
but there's some things that
Me
once.
too. I'll run away from
Yeah,
you.
actually, I would.
I would.
no,
Sorry.
And
I'm not gonna
honestly,
lie.
we're not trying to make you feel bad. Like, we're just telling you, we're just agreeing that his reaction fair, right? But on your end, I think you just need to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
It's happened. It's
Just
happened.
take the L and keep it
You
pushing.
learned your lesson.
You've learned your lesson. Next time is either A, you don't watch sex movie. You avoid. It's true.
Go and watch the chess one.
Is-
That's
I-
one.
As in the Queen's Gambit. Like, the Queen's Gambit. You can even watch the Cleveland Show if you want to laugh. What other movies? Knocked Up.
We can
Almost
give you-
Knocked Up.
we
We
can
can give
give
you
you a show.
wholesome suggestions of movies. I think first, next time, don't watch anything sexy. And maybe just try and be present. You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in just try and be present so you don't accidentally start touching yourself.
Honestly, like
Again.
also like know your audience, because I feel like
If he didn't give you freak,
there's
that would
certain-
scare
there's
him
certain-
now.
There's certain people that you'll be around that you'll do that,
And they'll be like,
oh, let's go.
They'll do like this. They'll do like this.
But it was still early days.
Yeah,
Sister,
I
it
think
was
that
still
was just
early.
too
Like,
early.
know your audience.
But no, at the same time, if he hasn't given you freak, you can't just pull that pull that card. No.
Yeah, so our advice to you is
Forgive yourself.
yeah.
But learn your lesson.
Learn your lesson, but forgive yourself.
lesson.
As in, I'm sure he's over it. By now, it's probably just a little tidbit
I'm so
in his rear view.
sorry.
Yeah, you
But-
don't need any closure. Don't start
Don't
chasing
message
him about
him.
for
Don't chase him for
forgiveness.
closure, because that
Don't
guy.
be the person that started masturbating randomly in his bed and his stalker as well. Now that one is insane.
That would be a bit.
That's
much.
too much.
And
my
I
God.
also would tell you that, like, you also have to live with the possibility of the fact that this man has told his friends that that's what you
Yeah,
did.
they've had a little giggle.
That's
and
why
that's
you need to
okay.
forgive yourself. You know, in this life, it's all about making mistake.
You
Take
see
a
this
step
life
back.
thing, yeah?
You see this life thing, yeah? You know, you know, it's okay for you to dust yourself off and try again.
No, are you mad? No.
Oh, serious?
Don't try again. Don't try, my dear. You made let whoa.
But like,
Let that be your first and final time. Man, don't try it
no.
again. Okay.
I feel like I really want you to know that, like, all this banter is not for you to feel bad.
It's not. Honestly, it's like
It's just life.
It's like we said, see this life thing, yeah.
No.
But at the same time, yeah, just don't do it again.
Yeah, don't do it
Simple.
again.
Don't do it again.
And don't tell anybody again.
Don't tell anybody. You made a mistake. First time is a mistake. Second time, we're looking at you strange. Third time,
We're
maybe
arresting
the problem
you.
is you.
What that time we're arresting you, dear.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So takeaways from this dilemma: you forgive yourself, but as you forgive yourself, you take the L. Leave that
Not
man.
the loss, but the lesson.
Yes. What else? Like, you take the L as a lesson.
Yeah.
Number 3, leave that man alone.
Yeah.
Don't leave that man.
It's okay.
My sister, leave that man alone.
And if you ever see him later in life, pretend as if nothing happened.
Yeah. If you bump into him again, you just do, oh,
As
hi.
for that one, if you need a master class, pretending like this person in front of you, if you need a master class on pretending like you don't know who that person is, DM me privately. I'm actually dead ass. I will give you 2 skills.
And you're very bold for being on Tinder.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Tinder in Lagos is crazy.
are you sure?
Well,
They
she
might
didn't
not
say
be
she
in
was in Lagos.
Lagos.
She didn't say she was
And
in
pray
Lagos.
honestly for your. If you're in Lagos, delete that app. You're young, you're fine, you're sexy. You can meet people in real life.
So-
Delete it now.
Funny story. When I went to London, I downloaded Bumble.
Okay.
And I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Screaming.
Right? Because
But why London of all people? Is that not?
I don't know.
About places.
I
no.
just wanted, honestly, if I download Bumble in Lagos, I'll probably see niggas that I've known since when I started.
But so London, also London.
So
No,
London,
but she doesn't know them.
London, I was hoping
But they
that-
know you.
But I was thinking
my
about,
God.
you know, like, you swipe on Bumble as well, right?
I've never been on a singular
Anyway,
dating app.
I was just thinking about, I think I was viewing random profiles, and I was like, is this how somebody will look at me and
Yes,
swipe
now.
me away?
Yeah, what?
I
say,
deleted-
look at that bald head.
Swipe people.
I deleted my profile instantos. Like, as I was going through it, I was like, let me even see what was on this P. As I was like, wait, is this how somebody will see me with my picture of my age? I'm a fun girl. Get to have fun.
Oh my God.
Nah, nigga,
I don't
no.
know. I've always found dating apps a little bit embarrassing, and also Valerie knows this about me. I watch true crime to sleep.
Okay.
I watch
Too much true crime.
I watch a lot of true crime. I feel like if I go to America, they can't really kidnap me. I can't die there by the special grace of God. God's covering, but also all the skills I've acquired. All them, you can see
But
the
it has
mistake.
made you very, very paranoid.
But it's always like sometimes I think, I'll go on a date with someone from Bumble, and then that's it. Now they'll not be calling my daddy. We've kidnapped
God
your daughter
forbid,
or
God forbid.
because my daddy will say
See,
it's retirement money I have, not kidnapping money.
God
So,
forbid.
let me just.
I hear that, Sha. I hear that. Stranger danger is a real thing, even as adults.
Oh my, sorry.
What's
This
that?
stranger danger thing, yeah. There were some kids riding bikes on my street. It really felt like London. Oh, I'm sorry.
On the mainland.
Anyway,
okay, yeah. You could do that
Ah!
kind of thing there.
Sorry, I live in a clone.
Sorry, I corrected myself.
I
now.
live in a really nice area. There are politicians on my road. Every time there's a ruckus.
Wait. You guys see now. Listen.
Can I go back to
that?
Let me go back to my bike story. No, I don't want to hear it.
Before they think like I'm like
Just
that.
thinking we live in the Zanga. All of us are listening in one.
No, you can't
I
ride
don't
bikes
understand.
in Lekki like that now.
Yeah, then you people are living
You
in the
can't.
Then you
It
people are
depends
living in the hood.
if you
You live in an estate, right?
yeah.
It was like typical Lekki roads. You can't really. That's why I was like, oh, on the mainland.
Anyway, some kids were riding their bikes, yeah. There was a medium big one and a small one, yeah. And I was like, the small one was learning. So the bigger one goes past. And I'm like, oh, you're doing such a good job. Well done. And she was like, say it to my small sister. Say it to my... I was like, all right, calm down. First of all, ain't got to shout. Relax. So her dad had pushed her, yeah. And as she was coasting, because she wasn't riding, the girl was just doing like, was just doing like this. And she was coasting past me. I was like, you're doing such a good job. Well done. Do you know what the babe said to me? She said, stranger danger.
I love it. Stranger
do you know what?
Wild.
Do you know what? I've never been more proud. I looked at her dad. I said, "You're doing a good job. You're doing a great job." The first one, go and correct that one. That one is giving
is friendly.
It's giving alimue. But you see this one, straight as in. It wasn't just like she wasn't that she was warning me like, I know you're a stranger. She was alerting.
All right,
she was like that. They want to carry me. They want to.
God.
I said, yeah. I said, what? As she was screaming stranger danger, I'm backing up. I'm backing all the way up. And I'm saying, well done.
Neck.
Well done.
Please, I beg. We're in Lagos.
I love that my niece is very
aware.
If my niece should gauge you like this, mind you, she's 4.
My nieces are only nice off of introduction.
She doesn't care. No, you can't. Listen. I remove my glasses for this. Introduce my niece to anybody. My niece, if she's not interested, she'll just look at you, look around the room, just make a beeline to her father.
Oh my gosh.
Go and sit on his lap.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Listen, nothing you want to tell that
Jesus.
Girl. Like if you try too much, she'll go at me her dad. She's like, Dad, they're trying. Like this person keeps trying to. Yes, she'll go and report you to her father.
She said they're trying to lift me out of here.
She said this person is trying too hard to be friendly with me. I don't like you. Really.
My nieces are only nice based off of introduction. If they see you, I say hi, especially that small one, my little rugrat. She'll look at you. She'll now look at me. Me, I look away. We'll make your decision. You're a small adult. If she doesn't say, oh, this is Auntie Valerie or whatever, she'll just look at you. When you try to touch her, she'll do.
Yeah, so please be shocked. I love it.
It's very much.
I love it.
And God forbid she's in a crabby mood. She'll now run behind my legs and start looking at you like, why they trying to take? I said, they're not trying to take. I said,
oh my goodness.
You said you've been watching True Crime.
So you said, oh my God, we've actually really. I feel like this episode is probably going to be like
probably one of your longest.
It's
not me. It's not
I
me.
feel like the gist was just too good.
It was too
good. It was so fun to have Gbemi on the podcast.
It was.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. And thank you for our nails.
You're welcome.
I swear, so cute. So cute.
Guys, go get you some.
Baby, please, can you let viewers at home know?
Oh, at InstaNailNG on Instagram. And they're very affordable. Everything is, I think, pretty much under 20k, and they last up to a month, and you can use them again. So yes, please.
Okay.
Patronize my hustle. Thank you.
Patronize our hustle, please.
Also, I sell shoes.
Yeah, I sell
bags.
I was gonna say
Gbemi O-O shoes as well on Instagram. Thank you so much.
And
we ship
Gbemi
worldwide.
is she's big feet inclusive.
Yes.
I think she's up to 45.
Up to 47.
47.
Oh, period.
Up to 47.
Oh, that's nice.
There you go. So I absolutely love that. So if you want to check her out, Gbemi O-O shoes and Insta Nail.
We love an entrepreneur.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This
I have to
was so
hustle. I'm
fun.
still looking for other hustle to hustle. Like,
honestly,
anyway.
I was having a conversation with my friends recently, and I was trying to do something, and I was like, are you sure I'm not becoming an events planner? And then one of my friends said she needs to go somewhere. I was like, I can be your mopo. Call me Mrs. Missile.
See, is OnlyFans banned in this country?
No.
No,
They're even trying to start a Nigerian one.
Yeah,
Do you remember that conversation?
I remember that conversation.
They're not trying to start. They've started.
Whatever happened with that?
They're still there now. They paid over ₦1 billion to creators last year. Where you going? I've been checking it. Because I'm looking for multiple streams of income. So
Can I make money
you don't
on
have
OnlyFans if
tattoo,
I
so-
don't take off my clothes?
Yes, you can.
There's
People
so many
have all
other
sorts of
things.
content.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen that babe that she just usually puts her dress? She wears sundresses and she just puts it in between her butt crack, and like so like you see her
The
booty,
outline.
the outline of her booty, and she has friends. Two of them, they just hang around, and that's what they do. They're
Oh,
thick. They're
yeah.
thick white babes. They look like they're living in like
Yeah.
Sweden or
Yeah,
somewhere.
I've seen one
They do-
farmer babe.
Yes,
like
she's
this.
a farmer babe. She has like this
Wow.
farm style kitchen, and she cooks. And
She just does normal
she
thing.
just be like-
She's like this. Everything.
Then she
That's
when
the
she
type
even when
of-
she bends,
eh,
when she bends and she comes back up, you see
Her
her.
dress is
arrange
inside
it
her
back.
bum.
She arrange it back.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
I know her. I know
So
her.
you don't need to take off
Hey,
your clothes.
God.
I don't know. Like I was thinking, someone asked me for like foot pictures the other day, and
It's foot pictures.
I was like, I could do this type of sex work.
Hear me. It's foot pictures.
That's why, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, because people DM me about why I'm always wearing socks. Because there are too many people that have DM'd me to see my feet in my life.
So they should
That's
pay.
so weird.
That's why I don't.
They should pay.
These money makers are gonna be covered.
They should pay.
They should pay.
Just
I agree.
rubbing-
Yeah.
Just rubbing
No,
Vaseline and
I've
oil on
seen
your
I've
feet.
seen one
And be
where
sending the videos.
the babe like she puts her toes in fruit. And then she now starts squishing the fruit, not with her feet or with her toes. And then she'll now start rubbing the pulp all over her feet. It's just very
I've seen all sorts. I've
interesting.
seen the one where the girl wears like really high heels and she's smashing things. Like she's
Oh,
stepping
yeah,
on
I've seen
things.
that. We see a lot of sex work on our timeline.
We do.
know.
Yeah.
We do, absolutely. But I'm very I'm really thinking about
Do the one that, your home training can take. It's
You
okay.
know?
Mhm.
I can do foot pics.
It's just your feet.
But we're
Have you seen
charging
the
in
babe that
dollars, not
sells
naira.
her farts or her urine. One of the two.
I've seen the one that sells the farts. And she puts them in a jar. And
Yes.
she actually
What about the
ships them off.
professional cuddlers?
Isn't that like a
No.
recipe for disaster? I'm so sorry. I
If
can't
you
do
go with
that.
your security,
And then that's so awkward. So in the background, security is just doing fair share. You
Right
only
outside
paid
the
to
door.
cuddle. You only paid to cuddle.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. I don't like people like that.
People, okay, so when call centers were a thing, when networks first came to Nigeria,
Mhm.
the people who used to, the first set of jobs that, a lot of young people got, apart from the banks, were call centers.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, they used to say that at night, they used to get lots of lonely people calling just to talk. They just want to talk, just want someone to talk to. They don't have any problem with their phone. There's nothing wrong with
They
the
just
SIM.
want to have
They just
human
wanna
connection.
talk.
Have you? I don't know if you guys have watched the documentary. There's a documentary of the first sex call center.
Oh.
It's the coolest thing I have watched in my life. As in the marketing, like on every level, that thing was so cool. Like women would just be home because obviously there's no video phone. You cannot say, "Huh." It will just be, "What are you wearing?" Say, "A thong and a bra." And right now you're just in your tracksuit. Well, not a tracksuit, whatever
Whatever the heck you're wearing.
the
we are-
50s equivalent of a tracksuit was.
Fair enough. Okay.
Look,
You
there's
people have
different
given me a
ways.
few things to think about today.
Yeah.
Maybe my poll is a bit too hectic. I need to try.
Because if anything happened, what's you good?
Mrs.
Oh my
Missile.
goodness.
Don't worry about it. But anyway, if you want to find us on Instagram, our handle is Lowkey Relatable Pod. Actually, it's Lowkey Relatable Pod across boards. And send in your dilemmas.
We'll do better at answering them. I promise you.
We did well, though. I'm so sorry. We did well.
You guys tried now.
We answered you. We answered you with a splash of humor. And hopefully we'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.